All right, we're here today with Jenny Reeves, our April member profile. Jenny's been with us here at NapTown for just around a year. We were trying to figure out the date just now. But Jenny, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you find CrossFit and what made you start coming here?
Well, I first started hearing about CrossFit through some friends. They all lived out of town, so they kept raving about this CrossFit thing. So I finally moved downtown, and I kept running the cultural trail that's right outside the building. And I would see everyone in the parking lot, and they had this PVC pipe, and what were they always doing out there? So one day I finally said, okay, I'm going to go in there. So I came in and talked to Peter, and from there it was just pretty much, started baseline and joined and been coming since.
Now, when you first joined, did you start in at the level you're at now, or were you really nervous? Were you hesitant? Did you start off at a lower level as in terms of days a week you came? And how's that progressed over the last year?
I did. When I first joined, I was 2 times a week, and I'm sure you could account for this, and Jared and laugh. I would not that I ever cherry-picked any workouts, but I would end up being here on cardio days a lot. The barbell just kind of scared me at first, so finally I started coming more to those, and then in November I actually switched to 4 times a week, and that's when we started the lifting series. So I started getting very comfortable with the barbell and the movements and all that stuff.
So you could say at the beginning, and you're one of the very many people who say this, the barbell scared you, but now you're more comfortable with it. Do you feel that barbell strength and just getting comfortable and getting over some of those fears have made you a better runner and a better athlete overall?
Oh, definitely. I've tried many workout programs throughout the years. Pretty much you could name it, and I've probably tried it in some form. So to do CrossFit has definitely improved and made me realize how much more I can push myself and how much more I'm capable of. But yes, it's also helped in the running and just overall strength of doing things in my life overall.
So when you first started running by here and you saw those barbell movements and you first joined us, did you think that you would ever actually have an opportunity to lift some of the weights you're lifting now? And how have you seen the progression of your strength over the last year? And where do you look forward to it over the next 3, 6, and 12 months?
No, I can say I never would have thought I would be lifting the weights I'm lifting now. And that's what, even doing the open and stuff, some of the weights I'm like, what? I don't think I can do this. I don't know if I can. But then I realized as I try it, I'm capable of so much more. So it's always the mental thing. You gotta turn it off and just try it and do it. 3, 6 months. Obviously, I want to keep getting stronger and keep pushing myself. I don't know that I have set weights. I always want to keep progressing and getting better. But the actual number isn't truly what drives me.
And I think that's really important. I think it's important that we take our time to get there doing it technically sound. And I could definitely say your technique every step of the way has gotten you to that next level. So let's talk about some of those frustrations maybe in some of the lifts and how you coped with that on your own level, saying, you know what, this is really hard, but if I've taken the time with the technique, and where's that gotten you over the last 6 months or so?
I think actually learning the correct techniques has made it a lot easier. I mean, still I go back and forth, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not by any means a perfectionist at this stuff. But with it, I really feel a lot more comfortable. I can remember at the beginning looking around, and you guys would call out what we were supposed to be doing, and I had to kind of watch to see who am I seeing, what am I supposed to be, how's my grip, and all of a sudden I can just go to a bar and pick it up and do it and know what I'm supposed to be doing. Now whether my body always does it's another thing, but after you get the technique down, it all becomes a lot easier, so that helps.
So I think it's really important that you get those confidence in those lifts in CrossFit, but how has that gone into your everyday life? Has it given you more confidence in what you do? I believe you work in sales, and do you feel more just confident as Jenny in the real world outside of just being inside here?
Definitely. In the last year, I've really kind of focused on myself and what drives me, what I like to do. I found I like to push myself a lot harder, and I'm capable of so much more than I used to give myself credit for. So that's always a plus. In work life, I've also taken on some new roles and started some training programs and gotten awards. So the CrossFit's actually crossed over into work life as well as personal life, that I want to do more fun things with my time.
So with your time with more fun things, have you seen that the community of CrossFit, has that become a more important part of your life too? Have you made any friends, or do you see people around the community, and how has that affected you over the last year?
Yes, I love the NapTown community. I try to do all the different social events and all that stuff and meet some people out, and we just kind of hang out and do stuff outside the gym as well. But I think it's fun to come in and actually see your friends and have people that you compete a little bit against in the classes to just kind of drive you and have support. So when you're not getting something or you're frustrated, you realize that everyone's kind of in the same boat and everyone's here to help.
I think you're one of the greatest examples of taking time and taking patience to see your results and get where you are trying to get to, even if it's not an end goal, but just seeing results every day. What kind of advice would you have to somebody that's never tried CrossFit, or someone maybe that's at a sticking point of CrossFit, to help them persevere and keep pushing through and towards new goals?
Biggest advice, I think, is how I guess I was a little intimidated by seeing the barbells and that side of stuff. Everything is scalable. It's doable for anyone. And I think just the community here shows that, because there's all different levels of people and athletes at all levels. So that, I guess, to be open-minded and come in to try and believe in yourself and know you can do anything if you just believe and let your mind go with it.
So with that all being said, this is Jenny Reeves, our April member profile. She's been here for a year. You guys will see her around. Make sure you congratulate her, tell her hello, and if you have any questions about scaling or just taking your time, make sure you ask her. Any closing remarks or anything that you're looking forward to over the next couple months?
I guess just continuing to get better. Obviously, I love everybody and seeing everybody every day, so
Awesome.
that's it.
Well, thank you. Congratulations.